We're all here by 7:40, so it's just I should do my part.
Okay.
Okay. There you are. Okay, so any thoughts, any input, anything, questions of
Just learning from I attended 2 days last weekend. So it's a combination of instinct in a moment and the tools become, as you said, muscle memory. So if you're in a crisis during a scene, it just comes out.
like in any team sport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're playing soccer, you can learn are the
Responses.
the things to do, how to dribble the ball, how to pass the ball, where theoretically you should be, when the wingers should come up and when they should go backward, that sort of thing. You can learn these things, but once the referee blows his whistle and the game starts, it's improvised.
Mm-hmm.
And you're basically going on what you know, but you're responding moment by moment by moment by moment. And you're counting on your partners to understand that when you cross the ball near the 18-yard box, someone should be there. And maybe that should be you. Maybe you should anticipate it. So it's the same thing here. It's really it's no different. It's a team sport. So yeah, at no point do I ever tell people how to be funny. It's stupid to even try to do that. It's ridiculous. Who knows? But it's like saying how to be inspired. I don't know. Any other questions? Any thoughts about anything that we're doing? John, it's good to see you, by the way. You're one of the few people at Doghouse Theater who actually seems to give a shit about working on your improv. That's really cool.
Thanks. I guess.
No, it's quite. You'll be one of the only ones who are prepared when we open next month, which will be nice.
Oh, so next month. Okay, it's awesome.
A month from today.
Wow.
A month from today, yes.
Congrats.
Well, 30 days from today, which is a month.
How was your preparations in opening?
What's that?
How was your preparations in opening?
How are the preparations? My preparations?
Yeah.
The theater's preparation.
It's extremely frustrating. Yeah, but everything is, and then you forget about it and you go on to the next thing that's extremely frustrating. So any other questions about improv? Thoughts?
I'm starting to realize it's just not like acting. It's a very different set of choices, and it's closer to music, and it's closer to listening, and it's closer to having this like a chart in your head, like what Lilith would do. I think to add to what Lilith was saying, it's like you walk into a scene and there's a premise, and it's like the opening phrase is something, and then you pick it up and you start noodling with it. You're still supposed to drop the phrase back to somebody else, and it's supposed to be changed so they have something else to do. That has nothing to do with the internal psychology of a human being, or very little to do with the internal psychology of a human being. So I'm kind of trying to not think in my traditional how I do things, and
Okay.
It's better. When it works, it's great. When it doesn't work, it's not horrible. So
Exactly. There you go. Yeah, that's right. That's how we sell tickets. Hey, come on out. The worst it could be is not horrible.
we promise not to suck a lot. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. It's like childbirth, only will be done in 40 minutes.
And men do it too.
And I'm glad you mentioned the human condition, or whatever it is that you mentioned, because that's exactly what I want to talk about real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I want to show you something, and then I want to talk about it, and then we'll do some stuff. Okay. Here's the thing I want to show you. It's a painting from 1799. That's not the price. That's the year. 1799. This is an old painting. It's called in English, it translates to On the Hunt for Teeth. Now take a look. What do you see?
Nothing. Us. Good-looking people, though. Wow.
What do you see in the painting? Do you see anything? Discuss.
Their other pair of hands are holding each other, and the other hand is
I don't see the thing.
putting the girl away, but the other hand is something like feeding the man.
Show.
Feeding
It's
him.
like
Okay.
you know,
Yes, he's
News.
dead. He's
He's
dead.
dead.
He's hanging. He's hanging.
Oh, he's hanging.
Dead.
I didn't see the rope. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's dead, and she is pulling gold teeth out of his mouth.
Oh.
Excuse me, I don't see anything.
What do you mean?
It's just us.
Yeah,
Wow.
I don't
You
see
guys
that.
don't see it?
Oh, it's Goya. Okay.
You don't see this. You don't see the painting that I've got on the screen here.
No, it's just us.
Yeah.
Where can I see it?
Does anybody? Did anybody see it?
Oh, Joy can see it too.
Why not?
Maybe
That's weird.
some settings.
Oh yeah, there. I can see
Oh.
it now.
Okay.
That's very weird.
There we go. Okay.
Okay. So anyway, it's a poor woman, and she's stealing teeth from the mouth of a dead hanged man.
Oh, wow.
But she's also like covering her eyes from it, I guess.
Yes.
Like she's
Doesn't want to look at what she's doing.
she's looking
okay.
away.
Yeah, that handkerchief is the point of the whole painting. That handkerchief is the point. That sums up in this in this painting human nature. The ability to convince yourself that you're not doing what it is that you're really doing if you don't look at it.
Wow. Nice.
Isn't it? It's an amazing piece of work. It's an amazing statement on what it is to be human. I can't think of any other animal that I know of that behaves that way. So the point is that we construct a reality that pleases us, and the minute actual reality conflicts with it, we prefer the one that pleases us, so we cover actual reality up and don't want to screw it up, which is the root of comedy. It's the root of what it is to be human. It's the human condition, as you said. It's as a kid, you believe in Santa Claus, and yet you know there's no Santa Claus, but you believe in Santa Claus, but you know there isn't. And this goes on throughout your entire life. We talk about randomness and chaos. The universe is a chaotic place. You can't control it. But what makes things funny, it's not that the universe is funny, it's that we are. In thinking, the hubris of thinking we can control things that are not controllable. And when we do it and we fail, it's funny somewhere. If I'm trying to put up shelves and I'm trying to and I got more shelves and books on the shelves and they keep falling down, I'm fighting against gravity. Gravity always wins. Who do I think I am? This is temporary, this shelf. This shelf is eventually going to come down. Gravity's going to win. It always does, eventually. All you can do is temporarily, locally expend your energy. I can think, hey, I'm going to get on the interstate today, and I'm going to get to that place in half an hour. Because it should. I will. Well, no, it's going to take you an hour because some idiot is changing his tire in the middle of the street. So, when things are as complex as they are in the universe, we don't like it. We don't accept it. We create an orderly place that we think is cool, that works. And of course, it really doesn't. But it does temporarily. And it's the fact that everyone is doing this, every human is doing this, that makes humans so funny. Dogs aren't funny. They're only funny when they look like us, when they act like us. Cats aren't funny. They're only funny when they do things that remind us of us. Fish aren't funny. We don't laugh at fish. Birds aren't funny. We don't laugh at them. Except maybe pelicans, because they remind us of us. So that's kind of where it all comes from. So, and nobody is free from it. Nobody, just because I realize this doesn't mean that I don't fall into it too. I'm opening up an improv theater with people who can't even show up for a workshop at 7:30 on a Thursday night. I'm holding a handkerchief up in front of my face and pulling teeth. Everyone does it because you want to create order. You want things to make sense to you. You want to matter. You want to feel like there's a reason and that there's a process. And the process, it's like someone who makes up a story and then believes the story that they made up because they forgot that they made it up. That's what we do. I don't think other animals do it. Maybe the dog honestly believes that the postman is coming there just for him. I don't know. But other than that, that's what we do. So if you're looking for a source of humor, just find the nearest mirror because that's where it is. It's there. So it's really, really easy. And you're absolutely right to talk, Rob, about the human condition. Exactly. It's like somebody walking up constantly the down escalator and is assuming I'm going to get to the top. All I have to do is keep climbing 1 foot. And if you watch them, it's funny. They're not. They're going to lose, but it's the belief that you're gonna, which is what creates what we call comedy. If we lived in a perfect world where everything was understandable for real and everyone was great, there'd be no comedy. There'd be nothing to make fun of.
And to do.
I mean, Mark Twain once said that there's no comedy in heaven. What's funny there? So that's what we do. So as far as improv is concerned, here's how simple it is, and here's what we really are doing. We're standing on the edge of a very still pond, and there's two of us or three of us, and we're throwing rocks into the pond and creating ripples, and those ripples come to the shore, and then that makes sense. But then we start throwing more and more rocks, 2 or 3, and then the ripples sort of bang into one another, and they create patterns by the time they get to the shore. Patterns you couldn't have predicted, patterns you couldn't have anticipated. And as you keep throwing these rocks in, the patterns change, and you don't know why. You just know that you're going to keep throwing the rocks in. There's no point in bringing a boulder and throwing the boulder in. That doesn't improve anything. It just screws things up. So all we're doing is throwing rocks into a still pond, creating the patterns, and then being human. That's it. If you think there's something more to it, I would love to know. But that would be the human thing to do, to complicate something that works on its own. Okay, so enough of that. Any thoughts or questions? And then we'll start doing some stuff. Nothing? Really? Okay.
In improv, in live improv, is it necessary to have a costume?
A what?
Costumes.
Oh,
Wear
God, no.
costumes.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, God, no.
What was the question?
Costumes.
Oh, okay.
No. In sketch comedy, you do.
Okay.
But in written comedy, you do. But no, absolutely not. I mean, there's going to be an improv director somewhere who insists on making you wear wigs or funny stuff, and no reputable improv director is going to do that. That's not it at all. I'm in improv scene right now. I'm wearing a tuxedo right now in my improv scene. You may not see that, but I'm wearing a tuxedo right now. So what do I need a costume for? Oh, wait, now it's a suit of armor. I'm wearing a suit of armor now. Why do I need a costume? I've got anything I want. So no. Yeah, but in sketch comedy, that's different. People expect to see what they see on TV on the stage. They expect to see the desk and the phone and the wig and the suit and all that stuff. So that's what you give them. That's how they know whether they're watching a sketch show or an improv show. If there's just two black chairs and nothing else, then it's either an improv theater or a very poor sketch theater. So any other thoughts about any of that stuff? Okay. Let's do some stuff. Why don't we do what I've been doing, which is just do this little round thing where I do one like a 2-minute scene with everybody, one at a time, and then you guys do your stuff, if that works. It seems to work, so I'll do it, and unless somebody complains and said, I don't want to, but that's fine. So, is that all right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you're the ones getting up at 7:30 in the morning, so if it doesn't work for you, I want to make sure it does. I'm serious. If I was up at 7:30 in the morning and somebody fucked around with me, I would say, hey, just okay.
We're denying that reality.
Nice.
Nighttime.
Lord.
Yeah, I do that a lot. Okay. So let's do it. Let's keep the scenes grounded. What do we mean by grounded?
Believing in it.
Believing in what you're doing and what you're saying, so the audience believes.
Yes, that we don't say things just to be funny. We don't say things just to be clever. Anything comes out of our mouth, any motions that we make, any facial expressions, it's because we, the character, would say that. And it could be any weird ass thing. As long as your character believes it, then we're cool.
Can I ask a quick question later?
What's that?
Can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
Like, how did you start having an improv like theater? Like, did you start it with friends? You started because you came from theater and then jumped from improv, something like that.
I don't. I was doing improv down in Miami for many, many years, and I was a part owner of a theater down there that was very successful. A guy up near where I live decided he was going to try to open up an improv troupe there, and get a theater of some kind, work out that he can work in a theater. I thought he was out of his mind, so I joined him. And he somehow got it to work. We didn't have our own theater. We were guests in a theater, but it grew and it worked over the years. I went to another theater, still wasn't our own theater. We had to work around whatever was already there. And then I just sold out my interest in the one down in Miami and decided to open up this thing here that was previously an improv theater. They couldn't make it work, so I came in with this whole troupe and said, okay, let's do this. So that's how. 2 years ago, almost a year and a half ago.
So if you build it, they will come.
If you build it, COVID will come and shut it down. Right. So I'm going to deny that, and we'll just move on. Let's go. I'll get rid of the names so we don't get tempted to use them, and we'll just go right down the line. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let's go.
I've sorted your things and my things. It ends up to this.
You what?
I've sorted which are your things and which are mine. You can take your bags now.
All my things are yours. All my things are yours, Stuart.
But they are gifts, so it's yours.
No, I'm gifting you everything I have. I want to leave with nothing. I want to leave the
I
way I got
can
here.
I can have your Steely Dan album.
Okay. Not the Steely Dan. Okay, you can have Gaucho. You can't have Asia.
I love
Okay.
Asia.
Okay, I know you do. Okay. Okay. You can have everything, but not Asia, because you know
I can have Aristotle, our cat.
you can have it. Well,
Even if he loves you.
he does love me.
Yeah. Or would you like to fight it over at the court for custody?
Let's just fight.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
no, let's just fight. I mean, let's just swords. Let's just like have a sword fight. You know?
Like Star Wars.
No, real swords. I've got those swords, the ones that we hang up over the fireplace there.
I can have your Bushido blade from Japan.
You can
So we
have
can
one.
fight?
I'll have the other, and we will have a sword fight. And whoever doesn't get their head cut off wins.
Or we can use the sword to cut the cat into two. We get our pieces.
That is brilliant. Why should we suffer?
Or I can cut you two so I'll have a piece of you with me.
I think I liked the idea of the cat better.
You get the head, I get the tail.
Why don't we just get rid of the cat entirely? It's just a cat.
Okay, that's nice. Let's just bury our memories.
I mean, let's just move and not tell where the cat we moved.
The American Humane Society will find us.
Let's not tell them either.
So, are you staying
I'm staying.
after our fight?
I think you know that. I think we're stronger than ever.
Bring out the swords.
Bring out the swords. Okay. All right. What's going on? Oh, there we are. Okay.
Daddy,
Yes, princess.
why did Grandma go away?
She didn't go away, hun. She's just remember Tyler, the little puppy. Remember the puppy, Tyler, and he
Yeah,
wasn't. And what we had to do.
favorite puppy?
Yes, he's in the backyard, buried there. Remember when we dug the hole? Remember when
Yeah,
we dug the hole and we put Tyler in a towel and we put him in the hole and we put a little stick there so we'd remember where he was.
yeah.
We
Is
did that.
is
That's what we did to Grandma.
so I'm going to see her again?
No, I don't think so. I don't think you will. Remember? Do you remember what Grandma was like before you were born?
Yeah, she was so caring and she was so like
You
like
you you,
mama.
you knew her before you were born. Before you were born, you knew Grandma.
I think so because she's alive.
Well, however it was for you with her before you were born, that's how it's going to be now.
Ah, so I think that I was just dreaming,
Could be. Want some
and I'll
lemonade?
and I'll just see her in my dreams and talk to her.
Right.
You
Like
miss
you do
Grandma?
with what?
You miss her?
Oh, yeah. Oh, let me get you some lemonade. Let's get some lemonade. Lemonade would be good, right?
Okay.
It's a
Can,
hot
can I
day.
have a hug, Papa? Daddy.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right then. I'll get the lemonade first, okay?
Okay.
It's not getting any cooler. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, you're so sweet.
And a bread too. And a bread.
Anything you say, almost.
Hey.
Okay. Okay.
I was just laughing.
We don't want that.
Oh, sorry. Wait.
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh. Um. Boss, hear those Stevenson reports? You asked for them yesterday, and you said they were late already. So I'm sorry, but here they are.
Yeah. Okay. Just put them there on the desk. I never really needed them.
Oh,
I never needed them. No.
So I guess all this time I thought you were gonna be mad.
I know.
But
Yeah, I know you thought. I know what you thought. I wanted to see if you would actually get the Stevenson reports, and you got them. You got the Stevenson reports. There they are.
So you were testing me.
Testing. I was testing you. Or was I? Maybe I'm testing you now.
Wait, I'm confused.
Do
you want me to be confused, or
do I?
I don't know.
Can
you just tell me? Can you just tell me what to do?
You know, when I hired you, Stephen, I didn't hire me to do your job. I hired you to do your job.
Okay, so you're telling me that I should start thinking for myself?
No, there are ways that we do things here, and there's just a way that we do things, and so if you think for yourself, you won't do them that way, will you?
Okay.
Okay.
So
are we clear?
Not really.
We're pretty clear now. I'd say we're clear. We're clear now. Okay.
Or is this
good.
a
I'm
test?
glad we had this. What?
Or is this a test?
It's not a test. It's not a test, Stephen.
Because I have some other reports.
Or is it?
I think this is getting complicated.
That's because, Stephen, you're a little manipulative. And that's what happens in a company like this. But hey, you're doing a good job.
I'm doing a good job being manipulative.
Yes. Yes.
Wait,
yes.
Aren't you the one being manipulative and I'm the one being manipulated?
If you choose to see it that way, there's nothing I can do about it. That's, I can't, if that's how you want to spin reality, there's nothing I can do about that.
Well, I'm just here.
Luckily, spinning reality is what we do. This is real estate, Stephen. This is real estate.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I guess you're training me how to be like you. Yeah. Right? Or
I am.
Are you?
I am. I
knew we were gonna say that.
You're getting there.
So I'm getting the hang of it by not getting the hang of it.
You are in for a raise right now, just from that.
Or am I?
Or are you?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah. No.
No. Yeah.
What? Yeah. No. No.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh God. No. No.
Oh
gee. Oh.
God. No.
Whatever.
Ken.
Dad.
Ken.
What?
Ken.
What?
What now?
What?
Now?
What? I'm asking you what? What? What?
So what now?
Huh?
What now?
Yeah. What?
Oh, not again.
What? What? What's the problem?
So what's the problem? Yeah,
What
not
is it?
again. Not again.
No, not again.
Not again.
Not because of me. Not this. I didn't. This wasn't me. This wasn't me.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine.
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 Good. Okay.
Fine.
Fine. Fine.
Fine. Fine. Fine.
Fine. Fine.
Fine by me. Fine by fine.
Why would it not be fine?
Oh, it's all good. It's okay. It's all good.
This is a happy person. I'm happy.
Happy.
Me too.
Me too. Yeah.
Okay.
Happy.
See you later, sweetie. Bye.
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 You're muted.
I said I can't choose for you.
I need you to, man.
Tom.
I need you to. I can't do it. I can't do it.
No. Not gonna happen. No.
Please.
No.
Please.
No.
Just choose. Just please. I can't. You know I can't.
Legally, I am not allowed to offer an opinion on this situation.
Legally.
Ethically, I cannot offer. And for God's sake, you're a grown man. Would you make up your mind?
I'm a man, but am I grown? I mean, what does that mean, grown?
You've been on the planet. The Earth has gone around the sun X number of times. Therefore, you've gone through adolescence, puberty, had a child, and now you need to make a choice.
Do you say to a tree, "You're a grown tree. You don't need any sunlight anymore"?
I have to confess something.
I need your sunlight.
I've never had a conversation with a tree.
I feel like I am. I feel like I am right now. Having a conversation with a tree. You won't.
That's just hurtful.
What? What's wrong with a tree? Trees are noble. I just need you to decide.
Trees are wood. I am not making this decision for you.
Well, I'm not. I just won't.
Green or blue. That's it.
I understand. I don't get it. They're right next to each other in the rainbow and in the spectrum. You can't find where one ends and the other one. They can't.
And the Japanese don't have a distinction between the two colors. We all know this. We've all got Wikipedia. It's fine.
Okay. If the next word you say starts with a consonant, it's blue. If the next word you say starts with a vowel, it's green. Go. Whoops.
Andy, get back here.
It's green.
Andy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you and all the other trees.
Go.
Could you sit still, man? Like it's you're making me nervous if you keep on moving like that.
Okay.
Just thank you. And breathe, for God's sake. Come on, just there you go. Okay, look. All right, you go.
If I sit this long, I can't feel my leg.
I didn't say don't move. I just don't like move back and forth. I mean, look, you're my co-pilot. I don't want you like moving all the time and like.
Why do I have to be the co-pilot?
I mean, you can take over, but just like sit.
I don't want to take over. I signed up for navigator today. I wanted a day off.
That's a position. You wanted the day off.
Yes, navigator. It's such a bullshit job. Oh, let's see. How do you get from New York to Los Angeles? We've only done it 400 times this month.
You know, it's not a bullshit job. All right, I
It's
did
a
it.
bullshit job.
What?
You did it. I know you did it.
Yeah.
It's like the person who claps the erasers in school. I mean, you show up.
No. That's an important job, dude.
I've done that job. I take a Sharpie, I take a map, and I go, try that. And then I have coffee.
Then you have coffee. That's it. You do counting for like other airplanes in the area, and I mean, no, hold up. I still can't take what?
Not my problem. Other planes in the area.
Not your problem.
That's the pilot's problem.
That's my problem. But now you're my co-pilot. We're in this together, Anthony. We're in this together. Okay.
Okay. You know what? I want a timeout. I'm going to take a timeout. Let's just shut the whole thing down right now.
Shut the whole thing down. All right. Just
I got the switch right here. We can just shut this whole thing right down until we figure it out. Just shut everything off.
Sure. All right. I feel like we need to let the passengers know at least before we just just shut everything down. You know what I'm saying?
Why? They've got their Wi-Fi. They don't know what's going on.
It's Anthony.
I'm just going to turn off the engines. They make a lot of noise. We can't discuss this very properly. Just which one is the engines?
God damn it! You're the worst co-pilot ever.
You don't even know. Be a navigator.
I know, dude.
Navigator, go that way. I want to be a navigator. No, that way.
This is the fucking engine one, all right? You see? It's on.
No!
You happy?
Put it back.
Oh shit! Wait. Hold on.
Yeah.
Look now.
Okay, because in these times of trouble, Mr. General Jerry Beachhouse, it's World War III. So, as a republic of my country, I am asking a help from you what to do because we have no submarines. We also don't have any airplane fighting any airplane on the sky. So, what do you propose, Mr. General Beachhouse?
I don't know. That's a tough one.
Okay, I know, but we need to be focused on our plan. I am very, very eager to fight the enemy of my republic.
Me too. So am I. I have a 9:30 a.m. tea time. We're only playing 18 holes. We're not going to do. So I could be done by like 3 o'clock. And we can just by then everything will probably have sorted itself out. It always does.
Yes, but 3 of my cities have already been captured by this goddamn group of red people.
But you've got 11 left. Look at the bright side. Why are you so negative?
I'm not negative.
That's negative. Saying you're not negative is negative. You gotta
Maybe
chill.
I am negative, but
chill.
I need your missiles. I need your missiles. I need your army. Please help us. I need you.
I can lend you a 3-iron.
What the hell is 3-iron?
3-iron is for an approach shot. It's like if you're like 150, 180 yards off the green.
Oh my God, is that a new weapon? Why? I don't know. Why we don't know about that? What's that?
It's not a weapon. Man, you are such a downer. I mean,
my city is on fire right now.
It's Monday. Give it a chance. It's Monday. By Friday, it's all be fine. I gotta go. I gotta go. They just gave us the 9 o'clock tea time. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, there's a lot of airplanes. I need backup.
Wave.
Huh? Wave. I wave to the sky.
Wave. Just wave. It's cool.
Okay. No more.
You're my man. You're the man. You make things happen. I'm gonna go get a sandwich.
I can hear noises.
Oh yeah. Well.
I think it's falling down on my office right now. It's going big. It's getting bigger. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It's falling down on me.
God, you're pathetic. 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 God, what a downer. See, okay. Okay, now we're off to a start. Any thoughts at all about anything you saw or were in?
I like the repetition that with you and Carl.
And what?
Because the way, sorry, the cat is disturbing me. I like the repetition of your scene with Carl and you, because you were mind fucking Carl. So when you're lost, repetition worked.
Mm. Yes, it did, and he of course picked it up very quickly and began doing it himself, which is fun.
But I was actually confused.
Yeah, you were.
Of course, you were confused. It was insane. Of course, you were confused. I've worked for bosses like that.
Oh.
I have. Yeah, it was insane. But yes, you were perfect. In you know, it was a game. The game was whatever happens, you lose. Now, in a longer scene, it would have twisted around, and I would lose eventually.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I like the physicality of you and John when you like when you're putting on and off all the equipments of the airplane.
Well, it was good of John to put us in a cockpit of an airline. That was a good choice.
And the physicality of Josh with the world falling on him.
Yeah, really. Yeah, absolutely.
I like when your scene with Andy. I mean, there were not much sentences there.
No.
but there were a lot. There was a lot.
Yeah. I like that too. I like doing that kind of thing once in a while. And of course, I don't know if she picked up on it right away or I picked up on it right away. But immediately it was like, okay, that's what we're going to do.
The repetition between you and Andy defined the relationship.
Of course, yes, it did. Well, it has to. Whatever we did would define a relationship. But once again, there we were throwing rocks into the water, and we could see what was happening, and we just went with what was going on, you know. And I'm pleased that we never got around to really explaining whatever the hell it is that was the problem, because who cares? I mean, if we had, that's okay too. You know, we could have done the comedy thing, which would be next time don't get 2% milk. Get the whole milk. But you didn't need that. Good. Anything else? Stuff that you were in, stuff that you saw? I enjoyed every one of those, by the way. I thought they were.
And I like the plane crashing too. It was the most fun disaster movie I've seen.
Okay. Anything else? Stuff that
I like the when you compare your dog to the grandma. You put a stick on it just to remind them they're dead. I was laughing so hard.
Well, she was so sweet, so she was asking for that, but you know, so it didn't turn into something that she was upset. She managed to Joy managed to not do that. She managed to still make it sort of okay, which was an interesting choice, because she could have done the predictable thing, which would be, what do you mean she's going to be like the dog, which would have worked, but as David Rosowski always says, why do a scene that you've already seen before? So we know that one. So why do that? Unless it's really where you're going and you have no choice. Anything else?
I think usually when I'm in scenes, I always, for some reason, tend to go for either conflict or arguing for the most part, like what we were doing. How do you, I don't know, try to get out of that? I feel like I do it too much. I always go straight to like almost arguing, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But
well, it's hard because
Low battery. Please charge.
Who was
Who
that?
has low battery?
okay, I thought that, I was like, was that me?
We have low battery. We will crash.
Nice participant. Oh, it's Rob.
It's Rob.
Oh, it was Rob.
Oh, okay.
The birthday boy.
That's
No,
fun.
I made that all up. I'm actually plugged in.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Please charge now.
That wasn't funny, Andy. That was not funny. Because your name was in front of your mouth for a second there, and I couldn't see that it was you saying it. So it was like, not arguing. Well, I think it's one of these things where if you perform enough, you begin to get tired of doing that.
Okay.
And you begin to get, it's like anything else. Any relationship, you get tired of the arguing, whatever it might be. So you begin to see that it's not necessary. It's okay now and then to do it, or to start off that way. But as I've said before, as a member of the audience, if every scene that comes up is people arguing, and I've seen improv like that with the beginner improvisers, and every time people come up, they start a scene by arguing, and it's an argument the whole time. They do that for various reasons. One reason they do it is because, at least in America, I'm guessing it's true elsewhere, but in America, we grew up on really stupid sitcoms where the comedy writers wrote arguments. And the mother-in-law always had something nasty to say about the son-in-law, and the wife then had something to say to the husband, and then he had a quick comeback, and then the neighbor came in, and we don't like the neighbor because he's stupid, so there's a stupid thing there, and then there's an argument there, and the kids come in and they're arguing, and then there's a guy pushing a button making laughter sounds. Because it's not that really that funny, but we're trained to think that it is because we watch TV and we hear laughter and arguing, laughter put downs, laughter. So we think, okay, here we are, we're doing scenes. We've got to do that because that's what's funny, but it's not. It's not the only thing that's funny. Mm-hmm. And it's just that everybody's knee-jerk reaction to do that. You know, what would be funny? An argument. Let's argue. How much I hate you. You're the worst roommate ever. You're the worst Boy Scout leader ever. You're the worst. I hate you. So it does work, but there's only so much of it that you can do before it becomes as annoying as sitting in the back seat of a car while the two people in the front are arguing for 100 miles. So how do you clear yourself from it? First of all, you have to realize it. It has to dawn on you that, holy shit, we're arguing. I started an argument, or I'm continuing an argument. It has to bother you as an improviser for a moment. And then when it does, get out of it. Be wrong. Admit that you were wrong about something. Oh my God, you're absolutely right. Oh, I never thought of it that way. Never looked at it like that before. Go low status.
But that's not the same as like resolving the issue, I guess. Then
who gives a shit about resolving any issues in improv?
Okay.
The last thing we want to do in an improv scene is resolve any issues. So I in every scene that we just did, I don't know if any issues got resolved in any of them. I did my best to make sure they weren't. Mm-hmm. I don't think anything got resolved Who cares about that? So issues, they're not issues, they're just words, you know?
Okay. Gotcha.
So think about it. It's hard to recognize, but think of, and it takes two to argue, but it only takes one to stop it. So all you have to do is refuse to suddenly refuse to argue. Just say I was wrong, or just say, you know, you're absolutely right, or change the subject. There's no, you're not on a roller coaster that's going to go where it's going to go. You have a choice. So just because somebody says, you know, if you don't take out the garbage right now, you don't have to take out the damn garbage. It's an improv scene. He's not a prison guard. It's an improv partner. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. So I've said this also before, that conflict is okay in scenes if it has to be. But if you really want to put good conflict into a scene, it could be internal conflict. The conflict inside of a person that we can see, where they're trying to be this kind of person, but it's clear that they're really that kind of person. They say this, but they mean that. So if you can generate internal conflict, if you can be that type of person, then that's all the conflict you usually need. And it's more interesting because it shows the character of the character, whereas just arguing, it needs something more, I think. But it's not a death sentence. Arguing in an improv scene, it's just, you just don't always want to do it. You want to avoid it sometimes.
Yeah.
Anything
else? Epiphany to this discussion of John, because I also go through that. Like when the other actor brings you an offer and you can't believe it, you argue. I think the epiphany is the painting that you showed us. Just cover your other eye and accept it.
Yeah. I've often said, I often say things that I often say. And I've often said that it is very, very hard to offend me. You can, in life, you can piss me off, you can upset me, you can aggravate me, you can annoy me, you can do these things if you want to. But offend me, that's up to me. To take offense, whether or not I take offense, that's my choice. I can choose not to be offended. I can just choose to think, well, that's your opinion and you're entitled to it. And I disagree with you and I don't like you and I wish you would jump off a cliff, but I'm not offended. That's my choice. People who are, you know, I've often said that I often say, there's nothing that some people like more than to be offended. If they didn't, they wouldn't do it so often. And so it's your choice. And it's the same thing in scenes. You have a choice all the time. And you can always keep changing your choice and making a choice. You're not stuck. So choose not to be argumentative in a scene sometimes. Just walk into a scene saying, I'm going to not be argumentative. And have that be the only thing in your head at the beginning of a scene. And see how that works for you now and then. It's as good as having any other thing in your head before a scene starts.
Or change the orbit.
Well, change the orbit. Yes, right. Of course, yeah. Well, if somebody's arguing and you're defending yourself, and then you stop defending yourself, well, you've changed the orbit. You're in a higher, different orbit now. So, anytime you do that, so keep thinking. If you think in terms of orbits, then yes, when is it time to change? We're in this scene. It's time to change something now. I told Carl that he was doing a good job. I purposely did that because I had been messing with him long enough so that now it was time for me to tell him he was doing a good job. And it was up to him to say, or am I? Not me. So make the change, you know. Okay. Give it up. Okay. So let's do it. 2 by 2. I'll get out of your way, and you'll do somewhat longer scenes than what you just did. Let's go. Mhm. Mhm. Okay, whenever you're ready, and I get out of your way, and that's now. Oh wait, I gotta-
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. How are you?
Okay, I guess. It's difficult.
What happened?
Well, kind of had to remake my life. Change things, accept what was going on. That's hard.
Yeah, I know.
How are you doing with it?
I'm dealing it a day at a time.
Yeah, I guess I am too. I guess that's the best way to look at it.
Yeah.
How's Jerry?
Um, he's fine. He's just playing around.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Um, the reason I called, um, I need some help.
Help? What kind
Yeah,
of help?
I've been locked down for a long time, right? Like all of us, and I'm having trouble getting clients. Um, more importantly, I'm having trouble finding something to do. I was wondering if you could help me out.
I'm experiencing the same thing. Well, can we just like give it up?
What do you
I
mean,
mean,
give it up?
up. Give it up. Like, ah, you know,
That's
you
your
know.
solution. That's not mine. I live in the world that's material, the world that's here, that's now.
That's fate.
I gave you a lot of money in the settlement, Joy, and it's really difficult for me to get on with it right now. I know you're doing fine. You know you can do this.
Yeah, I know.
You know you should.
I'm sorry.
How can you be so cold? Jesus, blah, 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 and you're like this. I'm a human being. I'm the father of your child.
Okay.
I gave you what you want, what you needed. And now I'm asking for the same generosity.
Okay, okay.
What? Louder, louder, please.
I said okay.
All right. Thank you.
So,
When?
Today?
Tomorrow?
No,
Today?
today. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
I'll pay you back, I promise. You really okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, you?
No, not.
And
Things
scene.
will be okay.
Cool. Okay. No, I'm not. Not really. Okay. Any thoughts?
He didn't feel like a guy who would erupt. I think he'd go right to the edge and then he'd just. I'm sorry, that's just how he felt, so I didn't do it.
Hmm. Okay, that's your call.
No,
I think that sometimes it's about the guy. Sometimes it's about the guy, the character you create, and sometimes it's about what the scene requires.
yeah, okay.
And sometimes it's tennis, and sometimes you need to slam that sucker.
It's metal. Yeah, okay.
You need a passing shot every once in a while, or lobs aren't the only shot, and backhand returns. So you stuck to your guns, and that's fine. But the reason I said it was because I think the pot needed to be stirred a little bit. To erupt, it doesn't mean you don't have to attack the person, but you could be just so upset that I can't deal with this anymore. I just expand, play with more of the piano keys than just a few in the middle. Just once in a while, bang on the ones on the ends, and then once you do it once, you don't have to do it anymore. And we'll always be wondering, is he going to do that again?
Happen next? Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Appreciate the criticism.
That's like I said. Either way, anyone else have a thought about that? Quickly, about that scene, not about that point, but what you saw, because it was fun. It was cool to watch, and it was certainly a grounded scene, and it was
very real.
It was a connection. There was definitely a connection there. So. My little comments are, and you can take them or leave them. And my little comments are just little things that they don't fix anything because it's not broken.
When no one erupted, there was an interesting shift when Rob suddenly said thank you. It was interesting.
I'm just, how much more interesting would it have been if thank you came after this?
Yeah, nice.
I mean, what you're doing in improv is making things happen.
Yeah.
Not preventing them from happening.
For what it's worth, listening to this, I wish I would have done it. I just wish there would have been this whoop, and then boom, because he's right. It was a whole nother dynamic we didn't get into. So for next time, just
okay. Next time is now. You got a minute. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
So we are going in cycles again?
Yeah. What cycles? Define cycles. What are you talking about? 8 years.
I gave you everything. I gave you everything.
I put you through graduate school. I gave you the house. I gave you the house. I'm living in a fucking one-bedroom apartment in a student neighborhood, and I need some help. And
it's not everything. I have my needs.
Well, very few of them are material, are they? Because I'm paying for those.
You left. You left us
You
alone.
you slept with somebody and I walked.
I never. How can you believe that shit that people are telling me? You! Don't you trust me? Don't you trust me? I will never do that to you.
And scene. It's a little bit cathartic to be in a scene where you can do that. Actually,
Yeah.
there's something freeing about screaming at somebody. Okay, cool. Let's jump around. What do we got here? We got you're out. Let's do. This would be cool. Here. What did I do? Where am I? Oh, that. Okay. Good. I'll get out of your way.
Push, push, one deep breath. Push, push, deep. There, it's moving. It's moving. It's moving more. Yeah, we finally moved the cabinet 2 inches. That was a heavy cabinet.
That was a heavy.
Why don't we go inside the cabinet?
No.
You want me to go in first?
No.
Did you hide? What?
You're not ready for a whole new world behind the cabinet.
What's beyond the cabinet? You've entered it. You saw it. What did you see?
Okay, maybe now's the time. Go inside and see for yourself. Go to the other side of the cabinet.
Come with me. I can't do this without you.
I will be behind your back. Okay. I'll push you now.
Put more, deeper breath. I can't move. Push me more. Push it, girl. I'm inside the cabinet. Where do I go? Where are you?
I'm just behind your back.
Pull me back. Pull me back.
No, there's no way out. The other way out is in.
Pull me out. Okay. I'm going deeper into the cabinet. Can you still hear me? I see you beyond the cabinet. I still see you beyond the cabinet.
Yes, behind the cabinet. You can see me behind the cabinet.
Oh my God. I see Jesus. You're with Jesus.
Yes.
I'm in paradise.
Yes, you are.
You and Jesus is the best thing that ever happened in my life.
Surprise.
Thank you, Mama Mary. I love you.
Yeah. I know.
Now, can you pull me back to earth? I'm okay. I've seen happiness.
You will never return unless you go to the other side of the cabinet. Walk.
It's flaming hot there. I don't like
Scene.
heat.
Scene. It's flaming hot there. That's funny. I have a cabinet just like that. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Anyone have any thoughts? Real quick.
I love how you with Jesus' best thing is oh, you're happy she's dead. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I like that they keep on subverting the things. Like I thought Andy was in labor, but they were pushing a cabinet. And we didn't know that Andy was actually Mama Mary, I guess. So So sudden twist.
Well, Lilith started that off by making us think that she was in labor, and then turning it into they're pushing a cabinet, which is dangerous if you don't know what you're doing. If because you could hurt your back. No, it's dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, because that could turn into like a joke. But instead, it was a really nice initiation for a scene because it was a complicated way to open, but then Andy took it and twisted it to something that was really, really cool. And it's weird, but it was believable because we all believed that there was something inside and through that cabinet. We all believed in Narnia or wherever else going. That was, and so he played a trick on her. She played a similar trick on him as an actor, and then it just kept getting weirder. But it never, you never stopped believing it, which was really freaking cool. And it's one of those things. Where did you wind up in this scene? You wound up in a place that if you had sat down to write a sketch, you would never have thought of that.
It just happened.
No one would have thought of that. There's no way to get to that scene without going through the cabinet. You know what I'm saying? Of improv. It's beautiful. Anyone else have a comment?
I like it that we don't know where we're going, so it just happened. Every build, something's happening differently. It's so scary.
Yeah, it's like throwing yourself out of an airplane without a parachute, but knowing that you'll be fine when you get down. You don't know where you're going, but you're going down. You know, you're going somewhere, and it ends. So it's not endless. Where are you going? Who knows? It's fun. Enjoy the ride. Anything else? Okay, cool. That was a lot of fun. Really good. What's the word I'm looking for? Reflexes. Good reflexes in there.
Yeah, reflexes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's. I know what I want. You gotta go. You've already done. Okay.
It's over, man. It's over.
Finally. Yeah, I know.
Finally?
Yeah. I feel like it's been the longest 5 days ever.
Dude.
Don't you think? What?
I've been dating her forever and finally it's over? What?
Aren't you happy? I feel like she was bad for you, man.
Those were the happiest moments of my life, and finally it's over? Like,
yeah.
She was bad for me?
Yeah, couldn't you see what she was turning you into? You're like this sobbing mess right now.
I was only that.
I can't understand. See, you weren't like this before. You know that, right? You were this cool guy. You had your way every time, but look what she turned you into.
Greg, you're right, man. You're right. It is over, man.
Yeah. I'm just glad that I have you back again. Or I guess I can start to like have my best friend back, you know?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So that's why I said it's been a long 5 days. I can't believe it's just been 5 days. Oh my God.
The 5 days were that was everything in our relationship, man. Like you say it like it was just like, oh, it was only 5 days, but it was.
You were only.
It's a lot.
You haven't even met face to face. You've only been dating on Zoom.
It's like, yeah, she didn't want to show her face. She just wanted to, she didn't even talk. Like, it was all text, and I was doing all of it. But still, man, I had that connection.
you don't see, you haven't even seen her face. You don't even know if it's a she. You don't even know if she's a she.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm doing it again.
You don't care. So
she's person. Just man. Sometimes just Don't you know? You telling me you never felt this way before?
I mean, I felt this way before, but with a personal, physical relationship, not an online relationship. Well, I mean, again, wait, okay.
So you think you're better than me now? Is that what you're trying to say?
Scene.
Yeah.
That was lovely. That was lovely. Any comments? Anyone?
I like it when Carl was saying like you're this sobbing man, and then John went all out for it even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The next level.
Yeah. It's so much important. It's so important to hit extremes every once in a while, just so you illustrate that they're there. You don't have to live in them, but it's nice to broaden that way. It's cool. Yeah, he was crying, and he called him a sobbing mess, and then John said, "I'm a sobbing mess," while he was sobbing. That's what we talk about. People who are unself-aware. Someone who's actually sobbing, who's denying that he's sobbing, is brilliant. What else? Anything else?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. It didn't feel like 2 minutes. I feel like we were just going on for.
It was actually 5.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's entertaining. Yeah.
That's
Wow.
that's how improv works.
And I just loved how you kept on making the relationship with this person so much more meaningless. And it's oh great, I'm gonna be more attached. That was great. That was a great
lovely.
call.
I thought really story-wise, this is one of the best ones today. I mean, the way that Carl just never let John go. John go further and didn't try to get into it and top it. It was a very generous setup.
Yeah, that's always nice. If I'm not saying that this was the case now, but in improv, let's say you've got 6 people in a troupe and you're doing a show, and at one point in the show, there's a bunch of scenes, and there's 1 or 2 improvisers who are really hitting home runs that night. What you do is throw them the ball underhand.
Yeah.
Let them hit another one. Let them hit another one. Every home run they hit, you all score. It's in any sport. Give the ball to the guy with the hot hands, or the hot, pass the ball to the guy who's scoring right now. Just do it. Why not? You got Cristiano Ronaldo standing in front of the fucking goal. You gonna take the shot? No. Every once in a while that happens, and you have to, and you all realize it's like, ooh, somebody's got it right now. Keep throwing it to them. It works. It was a team. It was a team effort. It was like an old-fashioned. I hate to say Abbott and Costello or whatever. It was an old-fashioned. I'm doing this. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep setting it up so you can do it. And you both wind up with the credit for it. And really good comedians will see that both of them are doing that. So that's really cool. Okay, let's jump back out, and we got Josh, and I'm gonna pop you back in. There you are.
Hello. Sorry. Whoop. Okay.
Yeah, we have 7, so I'm giving you.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Would you stop? How do you expect? Would you stop?
Stop me from what?
Coming in here with that facial expression, that sense of I just am so frustrated, and this is where we begin. What do you want from me?
This has always been my face since you met me, bro.
Bro, you look like you got to go to the bathroom. What's going on? You look. Come on. Oh no, that I like. That's something. That's something we can work with.
Okay.
We've been talking about how do you make a sale, how do you make the thing work out, and you can't walk in there like you're looking for Descartes to get in an argument. You need to lighten up.
I'm lighting up. What's your problem?
Wow.
I have something to tell you.
Go ahead. What?
I steal something.
What? Oh, okay, cool. What?
See?
Sorry.
Is that the police calling you? Don't tell me I'm here, okay?
It's my mom. I'll call her back. Don't worry
Okay.
about it. All right.
I'm not even scared of the police.
That's a good thing?
Yes. You know what did I steal? I steal something from our company because our company is getting all this money from all our workers, you know? So I steal. You don't want to know what is it, but I steal it.
No, I don't want to know what it is.
Yes.
No, just return. Let's just return. Let's return
No.
the property.
Yeah.
We never had this conversation.
You still want to talk to me? I'm a
Not
robber.
Sure. Not sure anymore.
I thought so.
No, not sure, Ben. What? Okay, what did you say?
I have this. I have this, man. I have this crazy pain inside my heart since the day I was born. I think it is a curse inside my head, inside me. You know, it's very hard. You know, it makes me feel like I'm very grumpy always. But you know, just tell me a joke. I want to lighten up things, you know. I want to lighten up my world right now.
Okay,
I have a problem. I have a problem inside my heart. It's so painful. I can get it out. I want you to take it out. I want you to sip it all inside your brain.
I don't want to take on your bad vibes, dude. Why would I want to do that? You have to lighten up internally, but you're letting it go into the here. Wait, let's start with the basics.
No. You don't understand. I want you to take it all so you can feel me.
You're enabling me. Bad people will take advantage of that.
I know, right? I like enablers.
Let's just breathe. Okay, hands on knees, palms down. Do it, Josh. Go with me. Hands on knees. Those aren't your knees. That's your head, Josh.
I think I'm going crazy, bro.
I think you're playing with your auto
I
iris.
took all of these Xanax for 7 weeks already. And now I wanna try oxytocin.
Wait.
Scene.
Oxytocin.
I love this so much sometimes. That was so weird, and I loved it. It was so cool. It was so cool. That was really good. What'd you guys think?
Inner conflict. The weird guy was said, I'm lighter up, and then suddenly divulged a lot of heaviness in him.
Oh,
that was cool.
Yes, inner conflict. There you go.
It's fun when you have no idea what's coming out of your partner's mouth. It's, let's play ride. Let's see what happens. Yeah,
it is. It is
good stuff.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Anything else? Anyone see anything else?
the sane and the weird guy. Rob
Yeah.
was consistently sane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was really cool. Just the admission that this is my smiling face or whatever. This is I've been frowning since the day I was born. This is what I look like. This is my face. I think that what can't you do with that? It's fun. And just to say that it's my heart. It's something in my heart that I've got to get it out. Just tell me a joke, and he refused to do the simplest thing for him. All he had to do is tell him a joke to cure him. And no. Cool. That was a lot of fun. All the scenes tonight, every one of them was fun. You can't see me, you can't hear. I can watch everybody else when they're in the green room, and I can see everybody laughing. So that's really cool. But it's really fun stuff. Let's do what we do, and I just start over here, whoever's there, and we just anything you took away from this little session. Go ahead.
Sometimes say no.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes just thwart a basic, desperate request, and then there's all kinds of places to go with that. So sometimes say no.
Yeah, particularly if somebody wants you to fix something, don't fix it. Mm-hmm. Say either refuse to fix it or fix it so badly that it's worse than it was before you fixed it. Yeah, that's how I approach everything around my house. Josh, what's up? What do you got?
One statement is enough. Do not overdo it.
Yeah, we don't need the boulder. We just need a rock every once in a while. Yeah, good, cool. Lilith, what do you got?
Danger. Try the danger zone.
Yes, go towards the danger. Don't go away from it. Yeah. If you're a woman and an old guy looking like me comes up to you from underneath the street and says, "Hey, would you want to come see? I have a garbage dumpster that I live in. You want to come drink some bleach with me?" In real life, you would say no. In improv life, you would say, "What kind of bleach?" At the very least, you might not go with him, but you'd think about it. Joy, what do you got?
Conflict makes you go forward.
Can, sure. Yeah. Whether you resolve it or not is not the point. But yes. Cool. Carl, what do you got? You're muted.
Let me just say, I had fun. This is my first time being here, so nice to meet Tom, John, and Josh. I met all the other people. So
good.
Yeah. I guess. I agree with what Josh said. Don't try too hard. I mean, how should I say this? Like the scenes, and if we're aiming for comedy, it will come out naturally. I also appreciate the philosophical side that you've shared, Tom, early on. So I haven't really thought of it that way. The human condition part and everything. So yeah, I love that. So just doing regular scenes. I mean, like regular normal people stuff will inevitably go haywire.
Yes.
Eventually.
That's how it works. Yes.
Yeah.
The other term for the human condition is the divine comedy.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Andy, what do you got?
Listen well. Work in the present because you'll surprise yourself. You'll surprise yourself.
Yeah, that's the only thing you own is the present. The past is gone, and you're renting the future supposedly. Wow, that was horrible. Wow, I'm glad that that's in the past. John, what have you got?
I guess you know how you've always said, like, when you go in a scene, either with two different ideas, you just gotta let go. Same thing with arguing. It's not necessarily an idea, but my stance as a character, and just letting it go is not necessarily like resolving the scene, but just letting it go forward in a different direction. So just letting go and giving up kind of like helps the scene as well. It's not resolving anything.
Yeah. We talk about status in the scene, high status and low status, like a seesaw. And in life, we don't want to be low status. We don't want to be the one begging and crying and upset and wrong. We want to prove we're right. But in improv, it's nice to be the other person, because if you think about a seesaw, it's the person down here, the low person, who has all the control. The person up there is stuck there. They can't go anywhere until this person down here gives it up. So if you can grab low status every once in a while, the scene is now about you for a while, which is cool. Okay, I'm done, but thank you guys very much. That was really fun. Really fun. It was a lot of good stuff. You guys are good.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Rob. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Rob.
Rob.
Happy birthday, Rob.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
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 Thank you,
Thank you, guys.